Hey guys, it's Coach Bridget. I am so excited that you guys decided that you wanted to learn what it is that we do as Beachbody coaches. So I would like to welcome you to day one of the 5-day sneak peek. So today is just kind of getting to know each other and getting to know me and getting to know you and why you have decided to learn a little bit more about what coaching is. So for me, I actually signed up at probably I would say the lowest point in my life. And it was about a year after having my oldest, Paisley, and I was actually trying to clean my house. I remember the exact moment, but I was trying to clean my house and I just started crying because I was so sick of where we were financially. My husband was going to school full time. I had just picked up another job coaching little girls' gymnastics classes, and I just felt stuck. Not only did I feel stuck mentally, I was suffering from severe depression, and I didn't know that that's what it was at the time. I just thought it was just me. And I still, a year later, had over 55 pounds to lose from my oldest daughter, Paisley. But I seriously just felt so stuck. Like I didn't know how we were going to afford to to keep moving forward while my husband was going to school because he's working part-time. I had just picked up a job coaching gymnastics, like I said, and I just got to the point of where I totally and completely lost myself, and I fell on the floor and I immediately started crying because I had the thought, well, maybe my husband and maybe my daughter would be better off without me. And I knew in that moment that that wasn't who I was. So I immediately picked up the phone and I called my doctor, and it was then that they had put me on depression meds. And that is when I truly started searching for me again, because somewhere along having a kid and working and going to school, I had lost myself, and I knew that I couldn't take care of my daughter properly if I didn't start taking care of myself. So I started searching and researching. I started searching gym memberships. I even borrowed Insanity from my brother, and none of these things I felt like was what I was supposed to do. So it was around that same time that my coach, Misty, and her twin sister, Mindy, introduced me to Beachbody coaching. And at that time, they went through and they said, hey, like, we found this shake, and it can replace a whole meal. And at that time, I was skipping breakfast because I hate breakfast, and I just felt like I didn't have the time to make me breakfast, and so I would just skip it. And I'm sure a lot of people did the same thing. So I'm like, hey, well, that would be a good replacement for my breakfast. So anyways, they told me the cost, and immediately I was like, oh, I don't know how we're gonna afford that. Like, I really want to do it. Like, everything sounds great. So I went home and I brought the idea up to my husband, and we sat down and we talked, and we decided at the very least, signing up as a coach, like, I would get the 25% discount, and at least hopefully I would start seeing progress in myself. And so my husband agreed to signing me up, and he said, okay, if you can get your Shakeology paid for in a month, I'll let you keep it, because financially we just couldn't afford it at the time. So I did. That first month I signed up. I started drinking the shakes. I started posting about what I was doing, and people immediately started following. And it was really cool, and I was like, oh, well, maybe I can really do this. So anyways, that's what brought me into Beachbody. So what turned into me just wanting to lose my baby weight turned into me building a team of coaches, and now it's made me want to share everything that I've learned and everything that has helped me with others. And that's basically what coaching is. we get to share our successes, we get to share our struggles, because come on people, like us Beachbody coaches, we don't always eat healthy. Like we have cheat meals, like we have, like I know I go to Big Judd's on occasion, like we're humans too. And so that brings me to my next point. I would like to know why you have decided to come into this group and to learn a little bit more about what coaching is. I know when I jumped in, I was a skeptic. I'm like, how am I going to build this business while living in this little town, Ryrie, Idaho, where I don't know anybody? Because I had just moved here and I knew nobody. I knew my in-laws and I knew my neighbors because they're my husband's grandparents, and that was it. Didn't know anybody, and Ryrie is a really small town. And so I'm like, how am I going to make this business work? And here's the answer. You make it work through social media. That is how I have built my whole business. I think out of all 11 of my coaches, I think I have 3 local coaches. And it is crazy. So, I was a skeptic and I made it work, and it all comes down to your mindset. And is there something that deep down that you want to change, whether it be your weight, whether it be financially? Like, what is it that is going to push you forward in this business and keep you going on those times that you do not feel like going any further? That is going to be your why. So for me, I shared my why, and it was for me to find myself at first, but now it's evolved and changed into, now I want my family to be financially stable so that I can bring my husband home from work, and so that we can take our kids whenever we want, and we can go on a trip and we can pay for it and not even have to worry about it. So I want to know why you have decided. So below, I want you to comment with what has drawn you to this group, but not only to this group, like what has drawn you to Beachbody? Like, I want to know why you decided to figure out a little bit more of what it is that I'm doing as a coach. So if you would, please comment below with the reason why you're interested and the reason why you maybe even started coaching in the first place. And also post any questions below of any other questions from this video that I didn't get to answer to. And that is all for day 1. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks.